Today we are going to teach connecting the dots. The writer of Connecting the Dots is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was an American entrepreneur, business magnate, inventor, and industrial designer. He was the chairman, chief executive officer, and co-founder of Apple Incorporation. He is widely recognized as one of the pioneers of the microcomputer revolution of the 1970s and 1980s century. Today, I want to tell you three stories from my life. That's it, just three stories. The first story is about connecting the dots. I dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months, but then stay around as a drop in for another 18 months before I really quit. Here, dropout means left. Steve Jobs he just left his Reed College after the first month and again he stay around as drop in after another 18 months before he really quit. Looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked interesting. After leaving Reed College, he again decided he has to continue his education, and that was his best decision that ever he made. I didn't have a dorm room here, dormitory or hostel, so I slept on the floor in friend's room. I returned Coke bottles for the 5 cent deposit to buy food with, and I would walk 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. Steve Jobs' financial condition was so bad that's why he can't afford any dormitory room and he has to sleep on the floor in friend's room. He used to collect and sell Coke bottles for 5 cents for getting good meal a week at Hare Krishna temple. He used to went at Sunday night to Hare Krishna temple. I love it, and much of what following I stumble into by following my curiosity and intuitions out to be priceless later on. Here one example, Reed College offer perhaps the best calligraphy instruction in the country. Because I had to take a calligraphy class, I learned about serif and sans serif typefaces, about what makes great typography great. A typography means the appearance of printed matter. Here, Reed College is one of the best college who can teach calligraphy and his instruction very greatly, and that's why here Steve Jobs he has to learn calligraphy and typography both. 10 years later, when we were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me, and we designed it all into the Mac. Here, Mac is Macintosh computer. If I had never dropped in on that course in college, the Mac would have never had multiple typefaces or, for that matter, even proportionally spaced font. Here, Macintosh computer is one of the best computers which can make good proportional fonts and which can use multiple typefaces to create its proportion fonts. And since Windows just copied Mac, it's likely no personal computer would have them. Of course, it was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very clear looking backward 10 years later. Macintosh is one of the best computers, that's why. Windows also copied Macintosh computers, all views and its all all programs, and that's why Macintosh computer was one of the best computer in that era. Here, Steve Jobs he also conclude that you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in some things, your guts, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down. and it has made all the difference in my life. Steve Jobs here tell that if we have to make a good person, if we have to make a successful person, that time we have to look backwards. Okay, while connecting the all dots, we have to look backwards. We can't connect the dots looking forward. We have to only connect them looking backward. We have to trust all our guts, destiny, life, karma, and whatever quality we have, it can make us a successful person. Here in first is story, Steve Jobs he just focused on guts, destiny, life, karma, and he also strongly claimed that whenever we have to connect dots, we have to we don't have look to forward, we can only connect them looking backward, and that can make a future. My second story is about love and loss. I found what I love to do early in life. Was here was means Steve Wozniak, and I started Apple when I was 20. In 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company, and then I got fired. I was devastating. Here, devastating means causing severe shock, distress, and grief. Steve Jobs' second story is love and loss. Was Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs. They started Apple company when Steve Jobs was only at 20 years. After 10 years, Apple had grown from its garage to 2 billion company. At the particular time, was he just got fired. It was very shocking news to Steve Jobs, but something slowly began to dawn on me. I still love what I did, and so I decided to start over. After getting fired, Steve Jobs he he didn't frustrated. He again decided to start over because he loved what he had to done, and that's why he began his early age and his favorite work. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again. It freed me to enter one of the most creative period of my life. When Steve Jobs started new job, he was like a beginner there. Being a beginner again, he was free and he can create any of its creativity, and that's why it was the most creative period of his life. During the next 5 years, Steve Jobs again started next company, another company named Pixar, and fell in love with an amazing woman who would become my wife. Pixar is now the world's most successful animation studio. Apple bought Next. I returned to Apple, and the technology we develop at Next is at the heart of Apple's current renaissance. And Lauren and I have a wonderful family together. When Steve Jobs just want to begin his new company during next 5 years, he started Pixar company. Pixar was an amazing company. It is a successful animation studio. Then Apple bought Pixar, and next when Steve Jobs he opened Pixar company, he fell in love with a wonderful woman whose name was Lauren, and after that they have enjoyed their family together wonderfully. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Hits you in the head with a brick means give a great shock suddenly. We usually got shocked whenever we are in the highest peak of our success. If we lose faith, we can't do anything. We don't have lose faith. If we don't lose our faith, we can again keep our success. The third story of Steve Jobs is death. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. The last and final story of Steve Jobs is death. Death sometimes teaches us a good lesson. Steve Jobs' doctor advised him to go home and get his affairs in order, which is doctor's code for prepare to die. He lived with that diagnosis all day. Later that evening, he had a biopsy. It turned out to a very rare form of pancreatic cancer that is curable with surgery. He had the surgery and he ha- he was fine now. One of his doctor advised him that he can't live again more and prepare to die. It is a code word for doctor that you are going to die soon, and that's why he had to do all his remaining verbs. Doctor also suggested he had to do biopsy. Okay, it can turn this diagnosis curable, and that's why this pancreatic cancer can be curable with surgery. And doctor had done this surgery, and now Steve Jobs is fine with this pancreatic cancer. This was the closest I have been to facing death, and I hope it's the closest I get for a few more decades. Having lived to it, I can now say this to you: your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Yes, Steve Jobs rightly claimed that our time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. We have to enjoy, or we have to fulfill, we have to claim, we have to show our life in our limited span. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the result of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. Here, dogma. Dogma means belief or a set of beliefs held by a group or organization which others are expected to accept without argument. Drown out means be louder than another sound and prevent it being heard. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuitions. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. For completing our desire, satisfaction, the most important thing is we have to courage, and we have to follow this courage by our heart and intuition. If we have courage, at that time we can follow any of our success. When I was young, there was an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog. In the final issue, on the back cover, they put a photograph of an early morning country road. Beneath it were the words, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." It was their farewell message as they sign off. I have always wished that for myself, and now, as you graduate to begin anew, I wish that for you: stay hungry, stay foolish. Anew, in a new or different way. Stay hungry means always keep wanting something more, something new. Stay foolish, always keep an open mind. Never think you know everything. In last para, Steve Jobs he claimed that whenever, whenever and wherever you got information or you have sources of information from anywhere, you just claim that whatever information you have, just earn it and prove it. At last, Steve Jobs he just say, rightly claim, stay hungry, stay foolish. Means whatever you want to something more, something new, just claim it, keep it in open mind and think it about how to get it. Thank you.